Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and we are playing some Dwarves and Dragons. Not Dungeons and Dragons, but almost as good, especially because MTG is getting a Dungeons and Dragons set, which I am so excited for. I think that's like 3 to 6 months down the road, but it's going to be awesome when it comes. Anyway, so Magda, Brazen Outlaw, 2 mana, 2/1. Other dwarves you control get +1/+0, so we get a little bit of pump on all of our dwarfy boys. And then whenever a dwarf you control becomes tapped, so either through attacking, crewing up our Gilded Assault card, or just like other people tapping them down for other reasons, then whenever they tap, then we get to start creating treasure tokens. Well, we can sacrifice treasure tokens, 5 treasures, to search our library for an artifact card, which can be Embercleave, which it does enter the battlefield, so we attack in, get our 5th treasures. As soon as they block, we sacrifice 5 treasures, grab an Embercleave, put it onto whatever. We can just do that, grabbing it out of our deck. So that's a good way to do it. Or we search our library for a dragon card, and so we have a couple dragon cards we can play with too. So Goldspan Dragon definitely being one of them. The other artifacts we have too, like let's say Embercleave is already on the battlefield, we don't necessarily want to be playing that. We can also just use Maul of the Skyclaves, which does give first strike as well, so we have a good things we can be doing. We do have Gilded Assault card as a 2 of in the deck. I'm wondering if it needs to be more, just because it's a good way to be tapping down dwarves. So one of the cool things here too is that we can if you crew it up once, you can still crew it even though it becomes a creature. So you can crew it and crew it. So if you have a bunch of these, 2 power dwarves, which everything with Magda will already be 2 power, even the Staunch Shieldmate, which is kind of our only good 1-drop. But this is one of the biggest issues with dwarves right now. I feel like Wizards was like, okay, we're going to totally give dwarves this awesome card, and then they gave us crap. Besides the Rune Forge Champion, which is a cold dwarf. I didn't have it in here, even though it works pretty well with Cold Forge Master. Sorry, and I'll go into each of these cards here in a little bit, but I just have to like rant a little bit first of just they gave us 0 1-drop dwarves. Like, dwarves should be 1-drops. Humans are 1-drops. Dwarves are smaller. We should have more 1-drop dwarves. Yeah, as far as dwarfs go, we have a lot of good 2-drop dwarves. There's like a bunch that fit in the slot. Like, I could have put in 7 dwarves into the deck, and that's a lot of different dwarves, but is it better than any of the 2-drops? We have the Axard Cavalry, which can give stuff haste, but it's also just a 2-drop. Like, everything's a 2-drop. Where are our 1-drop dwarves? Why in the world do we not have 1-drop dwarves? Anyway, really frustrating. So we have one, and it's going to be Staunch Shieldmate, and so that's what we got. And so we're playing Staunch Shieldmate, and it's not terrible stats. Like, as far as like 1 mana stats go, a 1 mana 1/3 is actually pretty powerful, and so we're gonna keep it. It does get bigger with Magda, and then it can be a pretty good attacker for us. It does everything we want it to do. It can be tapping down consistently because it has higher toughness rate, so that it can be attacking in as a 2/3. If it dies, that's fine because we're getting treasures out of it with Magda. We can always pump it up with Rimrock Knight and trade off with better things. We can always put Maul of the Skyclaves onto it pretty easily, and then it's a really hard thing to kill in general. And then we can have it come back to our hand with Cole, the Forge Master, if ever it dies. So the second part of this ability, I feel like I keep reading it wrong, but it's just creature tokens you control that are enchanted or equipped get +1/+1. So that's not going to really be a big deal. It doesn't really do anything in our deck. We don't have any real ways to create creature tokens, I don't believe. I was going to throw in like one of the Dwarven Mines, but even that is such a hard card to actually work with that I don't think it's as good. So anyway, I don't really love this. It's not amazing. Basically, what we're trying to do is we have this curve. We want to play turn 1 Staunch Shieldmate if we have it, sweet. Turn 2 Magda, swing in with this, start getting treasures. All of a sudden we have 4 mana, which is sweet. We're going to play Torbrand out and start swinging in, just do tons of extra damage. Hopefully they don't have a board state. We can start hitting for a lot. Or we play out a Gilded Assault cart and start tapping down our dwarves, start getting extra treasures. And then we hopefully get to either Goldspan Dragon, which just helps us ramp up like crazy. We can go forging the Tyrite Sword. 3 mana creates a treasure on the 1st and 2 sagas. Turn 3, you can search your library for an Halvar card, which we do have 1 copy of Halvar, God of the Battle, which I think is good. It gives double strike to our things that are equipped. But guess what? So does Embercleave. That's like the card we're already playing. So it helps us with Maul of the Skyclaves basically, and with itself, we can equip it onto itself. Whenever a equipped creature dies, you turn that creature back to his hand. So kind of like a second version of Cole. We can help protect our Magda basically is what's happening there. And so there's some pretty cool stuff. But so I like forging the Tyrant Sword. It is nice. We can also just reveal an equipment card, put it into your hand, and so that's a good way to go. Tutoring for Embercleave lets us only have to play 2 copies of the Embercleave because we have 2 really good ways to tutor it now, as well as just drawing it is still pretty easily. Like, it still can definitely happen. Maulus Skyclave is pretty awesome as well, so we're fine drawing into that if we already have the 2 Embercleaves in hand. And that's basically the deck. So Goldspan Dragon I want to talk about real quick, just because it's a powerful card. I've heard some people saying that this isn't as good as like other stuff. This is a busted card, one of the best cards from the set, I believe. There's a lot of really good cards from the set, but this is one of the ones that I think we'll end up seeing a lot of play just in general. So 5 mana, 4/4 flying and haste. In general, dragons that are 5/5 flying with haste that are 4/4s see lots and lots of play, because it hits that top end spot in mono red, where you can play mono red aggro deck with Torbrands and still play 2 copies of this on the top end, and that, you know, hits in for 6. It hits in for much damage, as well as giving you the mana that you need to then protect it potentially, or do extra damage, or, you know, shocks, whatever. So treasure tokens you control also sacrifice to add 2 mana instead. So whenever it attacks or becomes target of a spell, you create a treasure token. So you get a couple different ways to be making treasure tokens with this. It lets you kind of be able to do cool things like, okay, we do play out Goldspan Dragon initially. We have some other ways to be creating treasure tokens. Maybe they do kill this, but then on the next turn we can play out Magda, go searching up another one because we have 5 treasures, swing in for more damage. There's just some pretty cool stuff we can have in our deck where we can build up a resiliency in the late game that aggro typically doesn't have by just having treasures. We do also have 2 copies of Gadrak. We do have enough artifacts between Maulus Skyclaves, Gilded Assault Cart, you know, the treasures we're making with everything going on, the Embercleaves, that we can actually get up to 4 artifacts pretty quickly. Gadrak, I only 2 copies of it because it is a nice thing to have on board. It's a good defender for us to have. Even though it can't attack unless we have 4 artifacts, we can still just have it be a good blocker. The other thing we can do too is, if we ever need to, we're swinging in our Rimrock Knights, Staunch Shieldmates, and they end up dying to something. Gadrak, whatever they trade it off against, if we're going up against a wide deck or whatever, we start making tons of treasures for having our attacks be aggressive. And so that's kind of the other payoff of Gadrak I think is really nice in the deck. And so this is basically it. I'm not going to dive too far into this. I already have too late. Other than that, we basically have our basic lands. I have 3 copies of Shadow Skull Smashing, 2 copies of Career Takedown. It's kind of like our only real removal. Spikebolt Hazard might have been nice to have with Torbrands as well, but it just couldn't really fit it in. And we actually have some pretty big hits we can play with Shadow Skull Smashing with the Goldspan Dragon. So X-Spell is actually canon, working pretty well. Anyway, this is the deck. We're going to go jump into the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. All right, I'm against Kojolo. No white mana, but we actually have a pretty good curve, so we're going to keep this. Turn 2 Magda into Gilded Assault Cart. Sounds nice. I like it. I'm not sure if we throw out the Shadow Skull Smashing. We only have so many removal cards, but we are going to get out the tap land while we can. Did they increase the like animation for that? That was pretty sweet. What? This is the new bear. That was cute. Oh, no, it's ugly. Darn it. All right, well, Magda, I don't want you to be that color. All right, black is a little bit better. Oh, boy. All right, so we got the Magda out on the battlefield. Snow-covered plains. All right, so we are playing in free play because there's no way I want to be playing up against rogues right now. There's no way, and there's a lot of people that don't have the monies to go getting all the new cards, trying new stuff out necessarily. And so we're doing the shenanigans when and where we can. All right, so we get out Assault Cart. Wouldn't mind a white source, you know. So we can crew this up at instant speed. So pass the turn. So we do get a white source with that. Maybe it's worth just playing out some extra dwarves as well. We'll see. If Magda stays alive, then playing these out just get to add treasures for us with other stuff. Rude. All right, well, create a treasure. Magda's dead. Jerk. We will block if they swing in here. I definitely don't like Luminarch Aspirant. Okay, pass to my turn. Oh, we actually have Goldspan Dragon online, right? All right, we play that. All right, so pay 3. I mean, Luminarch Aspirant can get bigger, but we're gonna have extra mana with this, so that's cool. So Goldspan Dragon, swing in. And I think I will actually play out both these Staunch Shieldmates. So add 1 mana of any color. Sorry, add 2 mana of one color. We're going to go white. Shieldmate, Shieldmate. Now we have the ability to crew up the Salt Cart, pass the turn. All right, yeah, I like this deck. This is my first time really testing anything out. This is actually feeling pretty solid. Wouldn't mind white mana in general. Goldspan Dragon dying would be bad. But that's pretty cool. Now if we like top deck a Magda, we have so much mana. We get to create a treasure here. If they ever target this, we also get to create a treasure. So that's kind of nice. Most likely playing targeted removal. Unless it's like Core Spirit Dance. Oh wait, no. Sorry, Skyclave Aspirant cannot kill this. Also, Glass Casket can't kill this. So we dodge like most of the annoying things. Okay, Attended Healer. Gain life for the first time. You create a... Wait, what? What card is this? Oh, this is just Clerics in general. It's just the ultimate budget Cleric. All right, pass the turn. And we got the Magda. Yes. Okay, so Magda. Do I want to pump anything up here first? I can always tap it down later. All right, so first off, crew with Magda. I think we attack in with everything. Yeah, we're gonna attack in with everything. So we create... I could have got to 5 treasures if I had played out Rimrock Knight first, but I want the Rimrock Knight's ability here to trade off with the Luminarch Aspirant. That was the main thing I wanted to go for here. Is I wanted to kill this. Yeah, dead son. Down to 5. Yeah, boys. Do I want to get rid of treasures for this? Yeah, I mean, create a bigger board. Why not? Okay, play out Rimrock Knight. Pass the turn. We can tap it down for the Assault Cart at the end step. Have 4 mana or 4 treasures. Tap down. We get Embercleave onto anything. So I could have finished the game out there if I had played out Rimrock Knight instead of using the +1 ability. I wasn't thinking about getting up to 5 to then just Embercleave with Goldspan Dragon. That would have been better. But what we did was still fun. All right, yeah, gaining some lives. Because that's kind of cool. Whenever you gain life for the first time you turn to create a cat token, you can start going off with gaining some life that way. Cool, I guess. All right, so what can we dig for? We can dig for a dragon. Oh, we already got Embercleave, so I guess we're going for a dragon. So crew up you. Sacrifice treasures. I just want to see how this works out. Sacrifice treasures. We're gonna grab a Goldspan Dragon. We already have the Embercleave, so swing all in. Yeah, create a few treasures. Just a couple few. Just 4. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, doors are awesome. Oh man, that is awesome. Okay. Yep. I could definitely see how if they just kept killing Magda, if they had like 2 answers for Magda, our deck becomes worse. But even just Goldspan Dragon, bringing back Gilded Assault Cart actually is pretty cool too. Like there's a lot of cool things about this deck that that was fun. And that was even with never finding white mana. So we can apparently do that too. All right, I'm against Helden Hammer, and being on the play is the only thing that would make this any better. This is such a good hand. Staunch Shieldmate, Magda, all of the cool stuff and shenanigans. All right, are we up against a Doom Foretold deck on day 1 with a new set? I mean, there's some really good stuff that got added to the Doom Foretold deck, so it's more understandable than other things. All right, Cleric of Life's Bound. Let's make some treasures. Swing in. Pass the turn. I might pump here. Actually, I don't know. The whole point is we need to keep our treasures, huh? It's that part of it is a little bit awkward. Cleric alive spawn, gain some more life. Yeah, clerics are going to be busted in this format. So, yeah, clerics with Righteous Valkyrie, actually completely terrifying. Arcing's Vessel, cool. Yeah, we're not blocking that. We'll take 3. Pass to my turn. These triumphs are a little bit awkward. Do you want to play out Gadrak here? I think we do. So we play out Gadrak. It's a good blocker for us. I'm fine trading off with one of these guys as well. So we can go with the Staunch Shieldmate. We have the Rimrock Knight that we can use stuff with. All right, so if they just block there, that's totally fine too. I mean, it can be bad for us for sure, but totally fine. Oh, they gain life for the first time this turn. Dang it. Well, we're doing what we're doing. They lost a creature. We're getting some more treasures. Man, these guys are getting really out of hand. With Goldspan Dragon, we can do enough damage with Strategical Smashing that I'm not as worried, but... All right, Speaker of Heavens. We will probably have to kill that on this next turn. Play out another good thing for us to kill. We will kill one of these guys. Take 5. Yeah, kill one of those guys. I'm fine with that. Down to 12. Pass to my turn. Interesting. All right, so we get to dig for an Embercleave here. Is that worth it? I think so. It keeps him off of the 27 life. All right. Let's grab an Embercleave. Embercleave hits the battlefield, immediately equips. We have to have those kinds of artifacts to really make this work. We get a hit for a bunch. They get to hit back for a bunch and a half. So now we need to start having blockers each turn. Speaker of Heavens. It would have been a little bit interesting using the Maul of the Skyclaves to give the +2/+2. Hits for 6. Okay. Cool. Rimrock Knight's not the worst. We get another treasure here. We do need to have a blocker. Treasure. All right, attacking with Magda. Okay, hit for 10. Down to 8. We need another blocker. I feel like if they have any removal, we're just dead. So that's not okay. Yep, Halvar. Smashing is one of our only good removal spells. Yeah, we're past the turn. All right, here we go. Maul of the Skyclaves. So it's whenever creatures you control that are enchanted or equipped have double strike. We get to go digging for Maul of the Skyclaves, give Halvar double strike and +2/+2. That seems okay. We could even... Do we have enough mana to equip it onto Halvar as well? Each combat you may attach... oh, yeah. Attach it to Halvar. Heck yeah. Oh, yeah. Sweet. They can kill Halvar here. Actually, so we just chump block. We have the game. All right, so we chump. Yeah, so we have the game here. Unless they can gain like 1,000,000 life. Maul of the Skyclaves onto this gives it extra double strike goodness. Okay, Maul of the Skyclaves brings it to hand. Maybe I was misjudging Halvar. This is pretty sweet stuff right there. That's some shenanigans and a half. So target. So let's go Embercleave onto Magda. Ooh, okay, that's dang good. Oh boy. And if they do have some way to survive this, all right, so they don't get to gain life with that. They stop 2 points of damage. Both these guys have Devil Strike. Yeah. All right, so at the beginning of a combat, like, how does this read again? I'm trying to remember how this works. Okay, so beginning of combat, you may attach target or an equipment attached to a creature. So just one. So target our equipment to a creature you control. But that was sweet. You just basically give anything. So it's enchanted or equipped things have Double Strike. All right, we're gonna be doing another deck that's more focused around Halvar. I was definitely underrating Halvar. That was awesome. Oh my goodness, dude, so good, so good. All right, up against Polo Sati. If we get to keep Magda alive, then this is good because we get to ramp up to Torbrand quickly, ramp up to Goldspan Dragon, stuff like that. We're gonna try it out. Why ever not? We will have to bolt ourselves to the Shadow Skull Smashing, but that's fine. Deal Passage, pass the turn. Plains. Selfless Savior. Cool. A little bit less chance of us dying to that then. Or like having Magda removed is what I mean. Okay, bolt ourselves. Not necessarily a good way to be attacking with Magda. Maybe we can have him swing in. We can get something with the Kabir takedown. That could be pretty nice. Lumeric Aspirant. All right, we get to kill something with this. Okay, no blocks. Sweet. We get to kill the Lumeric Aspirant. That is about as good as it possibly could have gone. All right, Kabir takedown. Kill the Aspirant. They can pay to give it indestructible here. They lose a Selfless Savior. That is a good play for them. They let it go. Interesting. They must have other things they're trying to get to. Do I want to bolt this in and play out the Halvar? No. Now we can play out Torbrand, which is a good blocker for us in general. If we hit an untapped land, we go Goldspan Dragon instead. And then we just have tons of manas. Okay, down to 12. Okay, untapped land. Goldspan Dragon. Yeah. We ultimately create more treasures by playing this out, especially with double Goldspan Dragon. Pretty good stuff. And they might not expect us to actually block with the Magda. So we can swing in with both, and we can play out Torbrand. Dude, if you had Embercleave in this hand, it'd be so busted. You play out Goldspan Dragon on the same turn with a Magda. You could play Embercleave. It's so good. Swing with Goldspan Dragon. No need to get too fancy. I was thinking I could play out Torbrand. Torbrand into Goldspan Dragon would just be a better play in general. But whatever. We're not too worried about our life total just yet. Down to 14. Oh, that's tempting too. Pass the turn. If it gave some toughness for them, like if Magda could have any way of getting toughness, it'd be a lot better. Even the runes don't really work with it. There are some enchantments that might be worth playing with, like with the core or this. Maybe, I don't know. I think it's gonna die easily sometimes, and that's just how it works. As long as we get up to these things, we're fine. Season Hallowblade. Okay. Big annoying things. That can be very bad for us. Swings in for 6. No blocks. Take it this turn, and then we're going to have to start jump blocking on the next turn. All right, well. Goldspan Dragon. Yep. Swing in with both of these. We need to be able to bring out 2 blockers, which we can do. Okay, so Staunch Shieldmate. Actually, do I want the Halvar out instead? It's a 4/4. Torbrandt can be kind of a surprise where we can just win with it. Yeah, let's do that. All right, if they can't kill us, then we win. They get 2 Luminarch Aspirants, so the best play is to put the 3 counters onto this and then have a removal spell. If they can get in for 6 damage that way, then we lose. That does it. All right, well, good game. Dang it. I played a little bit too greedily. I should have held back 1 Goldspan Dragon for sure. Yep. No blocks, we'll take it all. Darn it, so close. If we had found an Embercleave, we would have had it. Yeah, that's fine. That's just how it goes. Not too shabby at all. Good deck. Didn't see anything new out of that, but that's fine. All right, up against Math is fun. We're going to keep this. Staunch Shieldmate into Magda into Gadrak is actually one of our best like curves we can have. Maul the Skyclaves would be even better. Or the, like, we have so many of our 3-drops are really good. The ones that creates treasures is nice. What's the other dude that there's the vehicle and Maul the Skyclaves. All of them's are good. All right, Magda. Our 1-drop is now a 2/3. That's pretty good stuff, actually. And it's creating treasures for us. Dude, that's so good. It's a chunky boy over on the left. Yeah. Look at his... Look at that. All right, no blocks. Oh, this could actually be a little bit terrifying. We have another Magda to play on the next turn. Interesting. I might just go for tons of treasure here. If they trade off with the Magda, yeah, so they let it die. Okay, we get 2 things die on the board. We get a Gadrak out. Do I bolt that in or not? I think we do. Gadrak, get 2 more treasures. Do I want a Magda? No, pass the turn. It's fine coming out on the next turn. All right, there's 5 treasures for you. So now we get to play Magda out, get a Goldspan Dragon, swing in, or do we just put Embercleave onto Gadrak that's already attacking? That's probably the better play. It just hits for so much damage. They have reach. This can still block. Do they have ways of giving it Death Touch? I don't think so. Okay, pass to my turn. All right, so good stuff. Good stuff's happening here. All right. First off, Magda. Do I want a Goldspan Dragon or I just want Embercleave? I think it's Embercleave, right? It's Embercleave that we go for here. So attack in with these 2. Create a treasure. All right, well. We'll go ahead and get an Embercleave. On there, there you go. Is that lethal? Really, really close. All right, cool. So good. I could play out a Magda to get another treasure token there for having something die. I don't think it's necessary. Although I probably want to end up drawing with this rather than play out treasures, right? I can't attack with this on the next turn, but I can equip it to anything. We'll play out Drown tapped. Okay, pass the turn. This deck is insane. I am such a big fan of this deck right now. This is so good. Like, there's definitely times it doesn't do the amazing things. Targeted removal definitely hurts us in a lot of ways, but I'm fine with that. Okay, kills the Embercleave. Gadget can attack. Yep. Yeah, that's definitely annoying. We still swing with both, though. They have to block both. We get 2 treasures. Now Gadrak. Yeah, play out Magda number 2. 4 treasures. We get to go searching for something on the end step and grab a gold span dragon. Yes. You feel like Godrek is not good enough? Dude, this is what Godrek's been doing. Like, it's a 2 of in the deck. This is exactly what Godrek, like, this is the deck for Godrek to be in. I think this is actually really powerful in here. That's a perfect 3-drop after Magda. There's a lot of other good 3-drops as well, but like what we've been doing with this is exactly what we ought to be doing with this. All right, opponent scoops it up. Yeah, we can go searching for the Embercleave and go searching for other stuff. This was an interesting deck. So it was Abzan. I was thinking of like Abzan elves, but no, it's not elves. It's just Abzan aggro, I guess, with Jaspera to be able to get some extra value out of all this stuff, like all the 1 mana cheap things, but not good enough, my friend. Not good enough. So it can be attacking in on turn 4 or whatever. And this deck, we actually can make that happen fairly easily, but most likely it's just going to be other stuff we can do. Anyway, I don't want to get too far into it. I'm trying to record video. All right, up against Mad Star, and this hand's a little bit awkward. I think we mulligan this. I hate mulliganing anytime that I get 3 or 4 lands in a hand, because I never get 3 to 4 hands in a land. Lands in a hand. I can spoke, right? But we could get out Gilded Assault Chart. If we have any 2-drop along the way, we do pretty well. We have so many 2-drops. We're gonna try this one out, because I hate how I never get 4 lands in a hand, and so we're keeping it today. Okay. It's gonna happen. Speaker of the Heavens. Shadow Smashing comes a little bit better. I want to just play it out though, as there another tap land. Not yet. We'll just play it out. Pass the turn. It's a good blocker for us. Stops a lot of the mono white shenanigans. Speaker of Heavens number 2. Magda. Swing in. Let's let them gain some life. Hopefully they can't put counters onto anything, but we also get Shadowful Smashing just to kill both these guys on the next turn if we want to, or Goldspan Dragon. Both of those are pretty dang good. Those are some amazing top decks. And that's why sometimes you just keep the 4 land hand. I never have that happen, and so I don't typically keep it because it never happens, but whatever. Is this someone realizing that the new set's out and there's stuff that they can be playing besides this deck? Are they going to be timing us out here? Dude, this is the place and the time to be playing this kind of stuff. It's all good. All right, so we get timed out. I think we already played out a land, right? So pass the turn. Gilded Assault Cart is pretty nice to help us get some ramp. Goldspan Dragon's pretty sweet. Do we end up having enough mana, I think, to Embercleave onto the Goldspan Dragon? Or Embercleave onto Magda when we swing in with everything? All right, that's a pretty good play. So yeah, Bolton, Shadowful Smashing, or hopefully find another untapped land. We Goldspan Dragon, play it out, and then we Embercleave. So we get to create 3 treasures. That's 6 mana. We Embercleave. Yeah, that's really good. That's really, really good. All right, I think opponent is timing us out though, unfortunately. Good for you, sir. We finally get like such a good hand. I say finally. We've had some other good hands here, but whatever. I don't ever scoop to people at timeout, so we'll just wait till the end. Create a few treasures. Embercleave onto, doesn't really matter, but we'll protect Magda. All right, Mad Star got mad. Who would have thunk? It's a bummer because we had an awesome curve there. But it's all good. It's all good. We'll take it. Up against Nimi. Sword Nimi. We're mulligan this. 3 lands. A little bit painful with the lands. Rimrock Knight with Smallest Skyclaves is good, but we can't block. And if we're up against a aggro deck, we're just dead. I think we mulligan down to 5. Yeah, mulligan down to 5. We'll keep this. Okay, we're dropping Assault Cart. And Maul. I can bring a Maul back to my hand anyway. We need a blocker to keep us alive. We don't have enough power to actually crew this up anyway right now. And treasures at least get us up to like our Goldspan Dragons. And so this isn't a terrible hand here at all. All right, more tap lands mean that we play out a tap land first. We need to get this out on turn 2 for sure. Sorry, turn 3. Florahedron. Okay, Shieldmate. Dude, we're drawing all of the lands. Come on. Okay, as long as we hit our big, expensive stuff, that's fine. Quest. Oh, gosh. They're doing turn 3 questing beast type of things, and we are not even playing Magic yet, so that's fun stuff. Oh, come on. All right, treasures. No attacks past the turn. We can get a Maul of Skyclaves onto this or an Embercleave. Embercleave doesn't let us actually chump block or block Questing Beast, though. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is not the right time to have a bad hand. That's interesting. All right, Goldspan Dragon. 1 treasure. All right, so I think that we're just chumping with the Staunch Mate on the Yorvo. I think we need the treasure here. Can we race them? I don't think so. But with an Embercleave, we can do some pretty cool stuff. And we end up having enough mana on the next turn to play out the Embercleave at instant speed anyway. Maul of Skyclaves gives it out of range a little bit better. All right, yeah, so we chump. Down to 8. We can bring him down to 6. If we find a chump blocker as well, we might be able to play this. Oh, gosh. All right, well, I guess we can have Halvar. Oh, my goodness. Stop giving us crap. All right, grab Halvar. We already shuffled the deck just barely, so it's fine. Let's get some more lands out of the deck. Do they have another ram through? Oh my goodness. Nice. Good game. Dude, what a hand. That was a hand and a half. Oh, yeah, good one. Nice one. That was awesome. Good job. You got us. Good deck indeed. All right, I'm against Simmons. Simmons 99. And I like this hand. We'll keep it. Goldspan Dragon on turn 4. Oh, we really want an untapped land now. Is it worth playing this out? Or if we don't find an untapped land, this is a little bit awkward, but we're going to play this out as is. Because if we find a Magda off the top, so like the things that we can find that aren't lands are Magdas, are, you know, all the other things that we want to be playing on turn 2 anyway. So this should be fine. It's fine. Gets +2 so. Yeah, I'm fine trading off here. All right, they get a trade off. Cool. You spent a whole turn doing that. Wait, good job, you. Okay, Cole, Forge Master, pass the turn. Fervent Champion. Foretells a card. All right, sweet. We get out of land. That's really, really nice. All right, go for red source. We're playing out some treasures. Next turn we get Goldspan Dragon. Do I want to be attacking in? What do they foretell in this deck? Quakebringer? Is this something you can foretell? Yeah, pass the turn. I'm trying to remember what stuff you can foretell in red. I know Quakebringer. I can't remember if there's any removal spells. I think there's one that's pretty good. All right, we will trade off with that. We don't care about Cole surviving. But we could even get out Rimrock Knight to keep stuff off the top of our deck. So as this triggers, no, because we want Goldspan Dragon. Yeah, they can have a stunt shield. That's totally fine. Okay, block and trade. You can have your 1-drop. Ooh, oh, wow. All right, pass to my turn. More manas. All right, grab red source. Goldspan Dragon. Swing in. Down to 16. Do we play out Torbran now? Yeah, we do. And then we get to bring an Embercleave to hand. Yeah. So good. Then we have Embercleave, Rimrock Knight, foretelling all of the things. Yeah, game's over. Oh, and we already get the Embercleave. Sweet. Okay. Dude, I'm actually really impressed with the top end of this deck. Like, all these things work out really well. Forging Tyrate Sword. I think the biggest issue is we don't have like that much removal, but like, who cares when we're doing such big things, right? So good. All right, up against Tuckus. And we'll keep this 3 lands, all slow lands, but we have Magda, we have Gadrak, we have Torbran. I'm just saying all the things we have in hand. We have Cole. We're good. Why not? All right, give us an untapped land. Oh, Magda becomes a lot worse when we can't tap down stuff easily. Do we bolt ourselves for the Cole? I don't know. We could just get out Gadrak as a good blocker. All right, Cole as a chump blocker, pass the turn. If they don't play anything big out, then we can Magda swing in, and it's still a pretty good play for us. We can see if they'll trade off with something, and we can maybe just Gadrak to get treasures that way. All right, bolts, that's fine. Yeah, that's a little bit painful. Ah, man, still no lands. Kabir takedown. Tapped. I mean, I say still no lands. These are our lands, but they're just kind of awkward here. I don't want to bolt ourselves for a Gadrak. Yeah, we'll play out the Magda. We'll play Shatter Skull Smashing tapped. I think this ends up killing some things better than this will quickly. I kind of want this in hand more so than I want the Shatter Skull Smashing, and so we'll play it out tapped. Even though this has to be a tapped land, this gets us to Torbran a little bit quicker. There's good things. Good things. Did you hear Sword Nimi? All of the Brandon Sanderson fans popping up. Stormlight Archives. Yep, there we go. Fire Prophecy. Okay, takes a turn off. Doesn't play out the 3 drops. Do they have a land here? You're probably just debating what thing to actually discard. I can play out Torbran. Gadrak's also not the worst. We have Kabir Takedown to kill something to make a treasure on the next turn too. If we want to do that and play out something else. Like Torbran's kind of a nice thing to hold on to until later. It doesn't block their big stuff quite as well. And this gives us an answer for Questing Beast to be able to kill this. And an upside for killing it as well. I guess what we could have done is Torbran this turn because we had the 4 mana. Although we had to play a tapped land. But if we had an untapped land, we could have played out more things. So I think we're looking for another 3-drop to play with this. So we've already seen Fire of Prophecy. Lovestruck Beast token. Bone Crusher Giant. Okay. Cool. This is just how many creatures died for each non-token creature that died this turn. Less cool. All right, in that case, Torbrand. Do I want to play out Kabir Takedown? No. Pass the turn. This can become a red source for us now, too. Come on, you know, any of our other stuff. I mean, this would have been a really great curve. We could have done a lot of really cool stuff with this hand if they just didn't have good removal, which is one of the biggest issues. Magda dies easily. I don't think I like Cole. I'm just not sure what else we really take for it. Oh, man. Are they still in Torbrand here? All right, either way, we trade off with Bone Crusher Giant, I believe. So yeah, so whatever they take, now we really just have to trade off with this Bone Crusher Giant. Yeah, they get some big hits, but that's fine. We can't take 6 here. Yeah, we don't need any more white mana. Pass to my turn. Something good. Or lands. That's cool too. Okay, Rimrock Knight. Pass the turn. We'll wait to see if they have anything else. So this won't be a tapped creature. It won't hurt us at all. Torbrand should come back, and then we have a 3/1 to still be doing stuff with. Oh, man. All right, so if it's a Fabled Passage, we can't kill this. If it's in any other land, we have a shot. All right, so in response. Shablamo. Kill ya, fool. Take that. Ha! That was good. Okay. As far as them still being very far ahead, we're doing a good job staying alive right now. Do they have a way to actually kill Torbrand? So they untap, they send Torbrand back to our hand, and then everything else happens. So this is still fine. We do have to attack with Rimrock Knight, which means Rimrock Knight will die, but we at least get a hit in. That's fine. It's not like it's blocking anyway. Rimrock Knight did exactly what we wanted to do. We wanted to be able to kill something good, and we killed exactly the best thing that could have happened there. Yeah. Killing their own. It only works for creatures opponents controls. Ah, yes. What a fool. All right. Okay, now we can get Maul of the Skyclaves or Embercleave to hand. That's decent. That's actually really good. All right, now we have a really good blocker for Lovestruck Beast that can come back to hand. Yeah. Pass the turn. Oh, this is like the perfect blocker for Lovestruck Beast. As long as we can make treasures, we're totally fine. But even without treasures, like we have 6 mana, so we can flash in an Embercleave. I think we go for Maul the Skyclaves. I guess Embercleave. All right. Swing in. All right, if they have another Bone Crusher Giant, this is annoying, but we'll block. Down to 7. Kill the dude. Yeah, we already have 6 mana. I don't care to be playing around too much around this. Bushfire Elemental. Bring this to hand. We could just grab Halvar. Okay, we have a land, so we can play Halvar and this now. Or Maul the Skyclaves and this. We might just want more creatures. They're still going wide. So we actually grab Halvar. You can also equip this onto Torbran, and then Torbran comes back to hand. So first off, play Salt Cart. Halvar is the only way we can really block Brushfire Elemental. We can only block so many things anyway. All right, so we play out Halvar. And we pass the turn. Really interesting. Wow. We have some really awesome top decks that we can find now. I feel like I'm wanting other stuff with Vigilance. Like Halvar gives stuff with Vigilance. So maybe we do want 2 more copies or 1 more copy of Halvar in the deck. I'm not sure if we go 2 Gov. This Tyrite Sword is awesome for helping us win late game. We just get like the big threats that we can put on board, and it's really nice. All right, so how can they finish the game out? A Fable Passage would be really annoying. Makes it really hard to kill the Brushfire Elemental. If they just swing all out, then we untap. Ooh, that's bad. That's really bad. All right, tax in with everything. We crew up with Torbran. We block here. So here's the question. We can go down to 6. We've already seen they have Bone Crusher Giants. We could keep Halvar alive and block the Rushfire Elemental. It'd be a much riskier play. But it keeps more stuff on board, which can actually block the Questing Beast. We don't have a way to bring back Gilded Assault. So if they have another Questing Beast, it ends up being a little bit better. Go down to 1, though. Yeah, I think it's a little bit too risky. We're just going to have to hope that we have a better top deck. Kill the things that we can. And now as far as everything goes, our board state's a little bit better. Cycle Triome. That would have been sweet. Yeah, that would have been the right top deck. Darn it. That's game. All right, good game. They got us. They got us. We'll let them swing in. Yeah, it hits the lands. Torbran can't block the Brushfire Elemental. Goldspan Dragon in hand is a little bit sad. Although now we would have probably lost anyway, because I probably would have tried to be greedy and attack in. Because like I don't think that we win from a board state of Fable Passage. Like they got all the things that matter. So yeah, it's over. Like that turn right there, they had all of the gas in hand and we did not. So it's all good. It's all good. That just happens sometimes. All good. All right, so Dwarves and Dragons, super fun deck. This actually was really powerful. I definitely think it can be fine-tuned to be fitting a little bit better. Halvar actually ended up being a pretty good card for us. The mana base was working pretty well. I was actually surprised how often it just did well. I think this is good. Probably the weakest card here was Cole, the Forge Master. I think we just need better 2-drop creatures. Dwarves in general, we do have some other dwarves that are interesting. Vault Robber is a good 2-drop that can come in to just exile creed card from graveyard to make a treasure token. It's another 1/3, which does work pretty well with Magda for letting us attack in. There is Ackguard Cavalry, which can just be a 2-mana 2/2 that can do some fun stuff. Runeforge Champion, if we decide to add in some runes, can be pretty nice as well, to add in like extra enchantment synergies with like Halvar or whatever. So there's other ways you can go about this. 7 dwarves isn't bad either to kind of fill up 2-drop slots a little bit. Dwarven Mines. So there are some other dwarves that are good. I don't know why there aren't any more 1-drop dwarves. Like, come on, Wizards. What were you thinking? So overall, I think the deck is fun. I think it's powerful. I definitely think we can fine tune it over time. Do I think this is tier 1? I think this deck, because of how powerful it is, playing some of the best things in the format. Embercleaves, Goldspan Dragons, Torbran, Magda. Like I think that just in general, it's playing a lot of the best things in the format. I think there's a version of this deck, once it's fine-tuned and like get it down to it, that I think is maybe on the bottom end of tier 1. But I still think it definitely is in tier 1. And so, which is good. I mean, that's really powerful. I think that this can be a meta breaker if things end up getting a little bit too control of you. Suddenly play this. This is actually kind of like a sweet mid-range aggro deck that has the ability to play in the late game really well. And so I like the deck. I think it's powerful. I really enjoyed playing it. I hope you guys did too. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure that you also hit the follow button. Click the link down in the description below for Twitch, because we're doing a lot of fun stuff on Twitch right now as well. And yeah, definitely appreciate your like there. The secret word for those who made it to the end of the video today is dwarves need more one drops. Dwarves in general, just I like dwarves. That's the secret word. Okay, dude, I've had a hard time coming up with them nowadays. Anyway, see you guys in the next one. Bye.